was a gathering of minds, innovation, and opportunity as key players in Africa's tourism and hospitality sector converged in Lagos for the African Hospitality and Tourism Education Summit 2025, hosted at the BWC Hotels in Victoria Island, Lagos. The summit brought together educators, policymakers, industry leaders, and students, all with a shared goal to transform hospitality and tourism education across the continent. AV1 News brings you highlights from the summit and the impact it's expected to have across the sector.
I'm going to study flight attendants at Airport College of Aviation. Airport College of Aviation and Travel Management, free of charge. Congratulations to you. Tourism. Congratulations to you. And he happens to be the National President for Tourism and African Students.
The role of education in shaping the future of hospitality and tourism in Nigeria formed the core of conversations among stakeholders at the just concluded African Hospitality and Tourism Education Summit, AHTES 2025, held over the weekend in Lagos, with the theme Empowering Africa's Growth Through Hospitality and Tourism Education. The event brought together top professionals, educators, policymakers, and industry leaders from across the continent, creating a platform for ideas, reforms, and action.
We organized the African Hospitality and Tourism Education Summit 2025 with the theme Empowering Africa's Growth Through Hospitality and Tourism Education. The most important message here is to tell you that economies actually get to develop when there is an empowered mind. So when people get empowered through the shifts in their mindset, they will begin to recognize the business opportunities within the hospitality and tourism space. We want people to understand. If you watch the presentations out there in the hall, you will discover that even most of the students were highlighting some of the figures and statistics that showcase the much figures that other countries are making through hospitality and tourism, through sport tourism, through all the sectors, aviation, travel, and airlines. So this is to tell you that if people understand this industry and the impact it has, you can encourage your child to take a career path in hospitality and tourism.
At the heart of discussions was the urgent need to bridge the gap between classroom theory and real-world industry expectations, ensuring that education becomes a driver for job creation, professional excellence, and regional competitiveness in Africa's tourism sector.
We have persons who say, I work in the hospitality industry. Well, I have friends who have argued that there is nothing like hospitality industry, where people. However, hospitality is a member of a larger house, and that larger house is service industry. What is it about service industry? It is an industry of servants. Allow me to use the word. It's taken from the word servitude. Being able and ready to serve others. And from that larger group or larger house, hospitality comes out. And therefore, service is when we give people what they expect.
This is a very good, very good event. You say catch them young. You know, if people don't know all this, in a practical sense, these are some of the roles that the NATOP as a body is supposed to be playing if they have the wherewithal. And if you have individuals or group of people that are doing this, it's still your responsibility to partake in it, for them to be encouraged. If there are areas you need to streamline, you streamline it in order to get the results. And like this, what we are witnessing today is a huge event. If peradventure some critical stakeholder participated in it. What I mean by critical stakeholders, like secondary schools, the body in charge, like NUC in charge of university where these courses are being run, MBT where they study all these things.
My set, my generation, you hardly see somebody that read travel and tourism in school because it was not existing in our time. So it was when we came out, we started attending international training to equip ourselves. But now, these ones now are very lucky. They're actually very blessed. They're actually very blessed because now it has been introduced in universities. And now there are more institutions now, private institutions apart from university, that are also doing training on travel, tourism, and hospitality. So they already have a good foundation, but infusing the professionals and the student is what AHTES is what AHTES, this program, is all about. Because it's one thing to go and read this thing in school. It's another thing to understand that when you come out, you have a group of people that can help you practically to learn. So it's an interface between two generations. The generation that have opportunity to have the foundation and the generation that have the experience.
You know, tourism, it's a profession on its own. Diving into it can, into the industry, hospitality, aviation, tourism, it's a long way. And they can form this, as a career or a business. So that's why we're trying to groom the young. It's majorly for the youth to actually know that this is something they need to look up to. They need to start reading about it to help this industry because that's our next oil. In fact, all university needs to create a tourism department all over Nigeria. That's way, you understand, a lot of people young ones coming up will have interest in tourism to take it as a career and to do it as a business. We have more tour guides on the road to actually, tell the good story about Nigeria, and that's where the customer service aspect starts from.
With bold policy conversations beyond the big names and speeches, the event delivered impact through panel sessions, technical workshops, mentorship, and networking opportunities, leaving the participants with one key message: that Nigeria must take charge of its tourism and hospitality sector through professionalism and bold education reforms.
My name is Amy, Chef Amy. I'm at the AHTES 2025, and how it's impacting my career currently is where there is hospitality, there is tourism. We all know that. It's helping me see broadly more into the hospitality world and even the tourist world generally. And so far the event has been awesome, fantastic, great.
Michael Ayobami. I'm a student of Airports College of Aviation and Travel Management. So this education summit has been a wonderful one that has opened my eyes, and I think a number of people too that are here, especially my colleagues, my aviators, my fellow aviators that are also in the building from Airports College of Aviation. This is a great way for exposure.